4 words. We never did that. When Patel said this, his voice was clear. He was determined. He never hesitated. 4 words. Clean, clear, unequivocal. And 47 seconds later, when the document in Frank Mrvan's hand hit the table, those 4 words gave way to 5 words. I don't know where it went. 2 answers. The same topic, with a 47-second interval. And those 47 seconds became a record of one of the strangest corporate collapses ever witnessed in a courtroom. Because this time it wasn't a political argument. This time, the issue was where the sensitive operational data, allegedly transmitted through insecure channels via the FBI's own systems, had gone. And the FBI director didn't know where that data was. If you want to be the first to learn about such developments, subscribe now. To get to know Frank Mrvan, you first need to know where he comes from. Indiana's 1st District, steel mills, Lake Michigan shoreline communities. A region where retired FBI agents have settled into quiet lives. Mrvan is a congressman who doesn't get much media attention, not someone who chases viral sound bites, rarely seen on cable channels, known for methodological public safety studies, missing children programs, drug trafficking routes, coordination between local police and federal units. The question he posed this morning was exactly within this framework. It was technical, it was quite specific, and at first glance it could almost seem boring. But inside, there was knowledge that had been accumulating for months. The first 3 hours of the hearing were quite routine. Patel brushed off budget questions, defended personnel decisions. He explained his operational priorities. Republican members praised him, Democratic members asked questions, and Patel managed to evade all of them. Then it was Mrvan's turn to speak. His voice carried a Midwestern accent, calm, almost curious, not judgmental. Director Patel, he said, in your written statement you mentioned cybersecurity. I want to ask this. Do FBI agents still email 5 things they accomplished that week every weekend? Do FBI agents still report 5 things they accomplished each week via email? There was no noticeable reaction in the hall to this question. Journalists glanced at their phones. Some members shuffled through the documents in front of them. It seemed like a technical question, an administrative detail, the kind that would make a C-SPAN viewer reach for the remote. But anyone who knows the FBI's operational security rules would have noticed the warning signal in the question. FBI agents do not write weekly summary emails, because FBI agents do not prepare corporate target lists. They conduct active investigations. They manage confidential informants. He monitors foreign contacts. The leakage of that data through unsecured channels is not just an administrative error. The consequences could be much more severe. Before asking this question, Mrvan had spoken with a chief agent at the retirement party, and what was discussed in that conversation was exactly about this issue. Patel answered, fast, sure, indisputable. We never did this. 4 words. On behalf of the entire institution. Without hesitation, without any boundaries, we never did this. Patel's lawyers tensed up. They had handled the difficult question well, but he was starting to pull out documents from the Mrvan file. The reason I'm asking this, Mrvan said, his voice the same but his intonation now different. At a retirement party, I had a private conversation with a senior agent who presented a very serious picture on the subject. The atmosphere in the room slightly changed. Retirement party. In federal working circles, this term is quite well known. Things that cannot be said until retirement are said that day. The fear of losing a career has been removed. Savings come out. This agent, Mrvan said, had been tracking a suspect on I-94, someone who had attacked a family member and fled the house. Once he crossed the state borders, he entered the federal jurisdiction. The agent intervened. He prevented another act of violence. The room was listening. The next day, the agent received an instruction. He was supposed to report his achievements via email that week, and that email was sent outside the FBI's secure systems to different government agencies. The email was also sent outside the FBI's secure systems to different government agencies. Something passed over Patel's face. His hands leaned against the edge of the table. So it was sent to the FBI, Patel said, trying to create a gap between the words, as if saying it was sent to the FBI was different from saying, we did this. Mrvan didn't let go. You just said it didn't happen. Did it happen or didn't it? Second, exactly. It was sent to the FBI, Patel said. His voice had dropped. So it happened, Mrvan said, and Patel did not object. Follow how this process is progressing. Don't forget to subscribe. But the main question had not yet arisen. That agent is in my area, Mrvan said. How was the sensitive operational information shared via that email protected after it left the FBI's secure networks? Patel replied, but the answer didn't clarify the question. Are you saying the agent really sent that email? Patel asked. Didn't he send it? Mrvan replied immediately. Patel took a step back. I told them not to send it. But you said they received the email. Yes, they received it. Those who complied or those who didn't? Patel's answer came. I don't know. I don't know. Those two words were the most important words of this morning. I don't know. FBI Director, the head of the institution, the man who has been giving clear, fluent, prepared answers to every question for 3 hours. He didn't know whether the instruction sent to his own agents was being followed. And he didn't know where the data conveyed by that instruction was going. Mrvan continued, well, where did that order come from? From a general account of the Ministry of Justice, Patel said. Which department? I don't know. We couldn't determine the source of the account. Mrvan continued, if the agent sent the email, where did that information go and how was it protected? Patel replied, it should have only gone to his supervisor. The officers were also informed not to process the information. The Emmerler were also informed about not processing the information. What does not processing mean in practice? Mrvan asked. Deleting, moving to a secure system, or holding it? Silence fell. Was there a protocol? Patel answered. But the answer was not sufficient. The supervisors were warned. And if that information is sitting in the supervisor's inbox on an unsecured system, Patel did not respond. Mrvan prepared his final question. Okay, he said. Where did that information go after the bosses got it? And Kashpatel, the FBI director, the man who answered every question clearly for 3 hours, answered this question with 5 words. I don't know where it went. I don't know where he went. The room fell silent. The journalists stopped writing. Republican members avoided looking at each other. And Mrvan took it a step further. Did the Ministry of Justice receive that information? No, Patel said. Definitely. Sure. Are you absolutely sure? Yes. Mrvan waited. You just said you didn't know where that information went. If you don't know where it went, how can you be 100% sure it didn't go to the Justice Department? Silence. Patel answered. But that answer contained neither certainty nor trust anymore. This table was far beyond mere technical details. According to the allegations, a directive was sent from an unidentified general email account of the Justice Department requesting the transmission of operational data outside the FBI's secure systems. It was reported that the said instruction reached approximately 2,847 FBI agents, according to the allegations. And whether those agents complied with the directive, and if information was shared, where that information went, was not known by the FBI director. These claims have not been officially verified, but Patel's own answers were recorded that morning. A data security expert from legal circles made a brief assessment of this situation. Operational intelligence carries not only content, but also context. When information about which agent is investigating what, which technique is being used, and which network is being targeted leaks outside secure channels, it is not just a breach of confidentiality. The integrity of active operations could be compromised. Another former federal official said, "The most critical question is this. If the directive was indeed implemented and the data left the secure system, at that point a damage assessment becomes necessary. And that assessment will require much more than the answers to those questions today. That evaluation requires much more than the answers to these questions today. The true significance of this morning went beyond a single mistake. An order came from an unidentified source. It was unclear whether that instruction was followed. If it was implemented, it was unclear where the data went. It was unclear whether the unknown data was being protected. And the head of the institution did not know the answers to all these questions. This was a corporate governance question. And this morning, that question was recorded under oath in front of the cameras. As Mrvan left the courtroom, he had left behind only one thing: record. We never did this. I don't know where it went. 47 seconds. 2 answers, the same topic. Sometimes, corporate accountability does not emerge through major revelations. Sometimes, it only reveals itself with a seemingly technical question and the gap it creates. Frank Mrvan achieved exactly that this morning, and what happened in those 47 seconds will continue to be in the spotlight for a much longer time. Because the answer to the question of where the data coming from insecure channels is going has not yet been provided, and the unanswered questions, along with the recorded ones, remain unresolved. We are following all these developments. Subscribe to our channel. Don't miss the next video.